Dad, I started my handwriting.
Good. Did you do your French?
I'm going to do it after I do the handwriting.
Okay. Did y'all talk about echo?
Yeah.
Do you want to go or
No. I'm tired. As soon as I get my schoolwork done, I'm going to sleep.
Oh, I don't believe that for a minute.
I'm tired.
But it gives you a chance to get caught up on
Yeah. I want to get government done today.
Now next year there won't be I'm not going to Echo unless it's sick.
Unless it's actually sick.
Okay.
Because next year,
You're going to have biology, and
yeah,
it's going to be a much fuller day.
you're going to have biology, you're going to have American literature, and you're going to have writing. You're going to take 3 classes.
I think we're going to have to quit taking Friday off next year. Because maybe by next year you won't need Robert anymore.
Dad,
What?
Because I met the girl who teaches literature. Because she teaches a group of kids who can't get to Echo, so she does it at the Moore Library.
Oh, yeah?
Her name's Ashley, and she's good.
she hot?
She's cute.
Mm-hmm.
She's not old. She's
Mhm.
a young girl. She's like 21, 22.
Dang. You still in college?
Yeah.
My mom was telling me a story about her life.
What's that?
Your dad
What?
knows all about it.
Oh, yeah, about the earning the one credit.
Oh.
Yeah.
There ain't much about your mom I don't know. And if I don't know, it's probably because she never thought about telling me.
You know
Ooh.
what he's talking about, right?
Yeah, I do.
You almost hit him.
Told him how I screwed up.
Yeah.
Mom thinks I shouldn't, Dad.
You're not going to. There's no shouldn't to it. You're not going to have a choice. You're going to graduate.
I love this car, Dad. Do you think it's weird that I like this car? Uncompared to the Malibu?
Those world history books are geared more towards younger learners. Is what I saw in the thing. I looked them up online.
What are we up to?
So, but I mean, I still think they could be used.
Yeah, we're still a ways away from that.
Oh my god, I think that's our old car.
Oh, Christopher.
Definitely looks like it. What to be from 97 to 03? Ooh, we need to take our car into Jiffy Lube and have them change the oil. I prefer Jiffy Lube to do work on cars, Dad. They do a pretty good job. Ooh, you want to touch the dead skin on my nail? Sometimes I chew on my fingernails just to try and get the dead skin off.
Don't do that.
Aw, the skull zone quit flashing.
It's about time.
So now the Hinda Binda Jinda Man is sad. Hinda Binda Jinda. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I got an interesting email from OU today. Just about knowing what you want to do. It says, do you know what you want to do after you graduate? And it's to be invited to teach for America.
Corps type thing?
Yeah, only it's through education. But I guess they're having some kind of recruitment thing. They're having a luncheon, and you get to find out about the program and what it consists of. Basically, you're working in inner city schools.
Oh my God.
What's that? A Vista program.
A Christian radio station? 88.5? Shit.
The problem is you really can't teach the way you want to teach
No.
in this country. You can't teach them what they actually need to know.
Well, just like today, I had some stuff I was wanting to tell them, but when I thought about it, I started talking about it. I said, oh, wait a minute. I can't tell you this. I was told not to talk about this kind of stuff.
What was it?
Well, adult stuff that I talk about in college, but in high school it's probably not appropriate.
Well, no, she said that you could talk about anything. You just had to
I had to think that they were high school students, and that's what I did.
What were you going to talk about?
Oh, some words that are inappropriate.
Oh my fucking God.
No. Common everyday usage words that are offensive to people that people don't realize they're offensive.
Oh, knitter.
What was the premise of your conversation going to be?
Well, somebody mentioned Eskimo, and that's an offensive word to a lot of people. It's like calling a black person,
Knitter.
It's the same thing. And so I mentioned that to him. And then I was going to tell him about the word squaw and stuff like that.
What does that mean?
Well, there's nothing wrong with telling them that those are derogatory terms and that's appropriate.
Yeah.
Another popo at the school?
I thought about it and I thought, well, maybe not. If I told him that, it would be around school in 10 minutes. 10 minutes after class is over, everybody in school would know what that meant.
What does squaw mean?
That's a derogatory term for an Indian woman.
Well, and that's how you should have put it. Don't say the word squaw because it's a derogatory term towards Native American women. Let them look it up and see, but give them the information. You don't have to tell them what it means. You just tell them it's a derogatory term. It's a racist term.
I know some racist joke, Dad.
See, mostly we don't know Eskimo is a derogatory term.
Because it's not.
It is. Ask an Eskimo.
How could that be a derogatory term? It's what they are.
No, they're not. They're Inuits. Go up to an Inuit and call him an Eskimo. It's like calling a black person,
No, it isn't. Because I'll tell you why. I will tell you why, Tommy. Because I have seen people in Alaska talking to Eskimos and calling them Eskimos.
Well,
that's what they call themselves.
they call themselves Inuits.
No, they don't. An Eskimo is a group of people. It's not a term, a slang racist term. It's a group of people.
Let's not get into it.
Like black, white, Indian. I mean, since when is Indian a bad word?
Nobody said it was. Even though it's, of course, inaccurate. But not really Indians.
Actually, they are. How do you think when white men first came to America and the Indians introduced themselves, do you think they called themselves Native Americans?
No.
Of course not. They called themselves Indians.
They did not. Columbus gave them the name Indios because he thought they were from India. That's why it's inaccurate. They're not from India.
Just forget it.
And it's not derogatory by any means. It's just historically inaccurate.
Well, it's just stupid. You go through your whole life.
Oh, yeah, I know. You think of them as Indians.
And then, pretty soon, we're not going to be considered white anymore. They'll have some big long term for us.
Well, no, actually, we're Americans. I hope the day comes sometimes when somebody says, well, he's black, he's white, he's Indian. What they need to say is that he's an American.
Hey, Dad. I'd like to walk up to a black man and tell him the you-know-what word.
No, you wouldn't.
You don't think you would?
No.
It's so sickening, you know, all this PC shit. It's sickening. You are what you are, live with it. You know, we kind of talked about that in our last training meeting.
Like what? What'd they say?
Well,
That's
that the library is public domain. The library is there to inform the public, and that the material that they have in the library can be offensive to others, but they're not removing it.
Well, good for them. They have that right.
And I turned around and I said, well, I feel really good about representing a library like that. I said, because in my opinion, I think we have to have a copy of every banned book on the shelf. I said, I don't believe in book banning. I said, you know, throughout history, language has changed. And the terms that were used in certain books back then was what...
Here's common parlance.
Exactly. And that's what I said. I said, and we don't need to be banning a book because it uses different language than what we've decided is correct.
No, I agree.
And I said, now I remember the incident years back when someone went on the news saying it was offensive that the Norman Public Library had books on, you know, homosexuals. That you know, it was something about the book. I Have Two Mommies or something like that.
Two dads, I think it was.
Whatever, but the public library in Norman chose to leave that book on the shelf. They just moved it to a different place. They moved it to the adult section instead of keeping it in the children's section. But you can still get that book. It's still there.
Well, it should stay there. Freedom of speech.
Well, it's not only that. It's freedom of the right to be who you are. And, you know, if we sit there and condemn other countries for not allowing their people to be who they are, who do we think we are to try to tell our people not to be who they are? And that's what people need to stand up to the court system and say.
Ask Rick Santorum that question.
You know, if you sit there and you think it's wrong for countries like Iran and Iraq and Afghanistan,
Well, Syria.
and Syria to, you know, if you think it's wrong for them to do what they do against their people and against their women, then what gives you the right to tell the women in our country, which is supposed to be a free country, what they can do? That's contradictory.
America has always been contradictory.
Well, in my book,
At the
they're
same-
going to learn not to
At
be.
the same time we were trying to export democracy, we were killing Indians by the thousands.
Yes, something needs to be done about that.
Welcome back, Goomba.
Everybody's getting ready to go to the doctor.
Shut up.
Well, you can do school, and I'll take a shower and have a nice
Ah.
day. Oh, nice relaxing day. Hey, Tommy, before you take the coat off, will you run this out to the mailbox, please?
What's that?
No, you stay here. Your name's not Tommy.
Stay here, Brian. It's just going to take a second. You don't have
There's
a,
no mail right now. He's just running back to the box.
you don't have a coat on anyway.
I don't need a coat. I'm invincible. No, 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 no. Hey, Dad. You know how their invincibility stars in Mario, right? And 1-Up mushrooms. Too bad we don't have 1-Up mushrooms.
Yeah, no.
Extend our life by a 1-Up. Imagine having 99 lives.
That'd be a bit much.